Hello, it's a great day here at KEKFILA's YouTube channel. I am your host, KEKFILA, aka Sage, and I'm bringing you round 5 of the 10-round regional from July 29th. At this point, I am 4-0 with Doflamingo, and I'm facing Rob Lucci. Honestly, a very comfortable match for me against Ollie Nolly. I didn't really know too much about Ollie before, but he's in Cross's Discord, and pretty cool dude. So, I did want to, while we're just doing cuts here, I did want to say Doflamingo did win today at Gen Con, and I do want to say that player did play super well. And one thing I want to say is that, you know, we are offering, we, Will to Win Gaming, is offering a lot of coaching, and I'm going to be doing a lot of Doflamingo coaching, a lot of help in that, a lot of matchup help, especially in the Tier 3 section. I do a lot of Tier 4 help as well. And if you're ever looking for extra help with Doflamingo, that might work out. Might be the hot thing of the day. But from there, we go from here. I don't remember how the mulligan step was, but I believe I lost a dice roll, and he decided to go second. And I have one Dawn. I obviously didn't get one I needed. I think I mulliganed to just missed my Perona, so I bricked a little bit. I don't remember if I kept it or not. So he plays a brand new. He gets a card, gets a Navy deck. And then I draw for turn, and I don't know why I'm acting so weird here, but I swing 5 at leader, and it looks like I'm ready to play down a 3 cost. Maybe that's something I kept, because my hand could get brickier, and I wanted to keep a decent hand. So I go 3, playing a Doflamingo. I don't remember what was at the top of the deck at the time. Nothing too amazing. I definitely want to see good cards in the next 5 cards, and I just need to get some board pressure here ASAP. So I stack the deck in a certain way, and then we're on from there. My opponent goes to 4 Dawn. He swings 5 at leader, and it looks like I decide to overthink it. And I just give him a 1k, just a 4/6, just a simple 4/6. He plays a Borsalino, super good. If I had a card that can bottom deck that right now, I would use it. Unfortunately, I don't. So I just go 10, playing the Gecko Moria, and he just lets it go through, and I had nothing else better to do, I suppose. And now my opponent thinks here for a moment. He has so much Dawn lined up here. I have this 6k Gecko Moria just staring at him in the face. Obviously, he may want to just try to remove that, but he's only at 5. He only has at 6 Dawn. Sakazuki is pretty legit. So, it's a hell of a card. He goes 5 first at leader. I decided to take this one because I wanted to draw. And then, as well as this, going into this, he is thinking for a while. I do want to say this. He did something really unexpected. He attacked his Borsalino quite often. And something I didn't actually expect, and I don't think I could have capitalized on it because he guarded it so well. So I use another Gecko Moria to guard out of that, and then he decides to play down a... Ooh, come on, sir. I'm going to skip through this a little bit, maybe. Ollie, let's go. Oh, he plays down a brand new. Okay. And with that brand new, he gets Sakazuki. Ah, there's a Sakazuki. And he has an Isho in there, so I'm thinking, oh, maybe he doesn't have an Isho. And I'm trying to consciously think here, too. On his 8 Dawn turn, don't have 6 cards. So that's a little reminder for me as well. And so after that, he plays on a 4-cost Kuzan, draws a card from the skill, and passes turn. I go to my 7 Dawn turn, and I go 6. It's probably at the Borsalino, and he gives me a 1k Kaku. I touch 2 Dawn to my leader, and I swing 7k at Borsalino, and I show a Pacifista. I actually had an issue here. I forgot to draw for turn. It was a simple I didn't draw. I'm going to skip through so much of this right now, and that's just based off of this. So we get a judge, we come in, I show my stream, I show my clip. I obviously just forgot to draw for turn. Drawing for turn is required, and I still resolved the skill the way I wanted it to. However, it showed him some information that probably didn't affect the game too much. So he did get this card to 2k counter, and then I pay 4, and then we play down another Kuma. So now we have 2 Kumas down, and I'm definitely I have 5 cards in hand, so I'm out of Isho range. He can't really force me into Isho range. I have a blocker, and essentially I can block and play down a 4/6. So he thinks here for just a long time. He swings 5, probably at the Kuma, trying to get the Pacifista out of it. And I give him a 1k counter, and he thinks here for such a long freaking time. Oh, maybe it was at life. He goes 5 at life with his Borsellino. That's something he did that was super interesting, that maybe is kind of legit to do. Honestly, I would say is now legit to do, because it's still a 6k on my turn, right? So let me think here. My opponent then really thinks this one out, and an ollie. God damn. He decides to play the Isho anyway, and honestly, super good play. Like, it's a 9k body. Like, regardless, it's a 9k body for however much you paid for it. It does have a secondary effect. So I first start my 9 Dawn turn. Unfortunately, I didn't have a Mihawk. This is where it kind of lost me everything. I play down this 3 cost, and again, I don't see any of my Mihawks. I don't see my 3,000 worlds. This is going pretty downhill, right? This is really, really rough. So I go 7. Most likely, I need to start attacking leader, but I attack the Kuzan. I'm just trying to eat his hand up. He finally lets the Kuzan go. I go 5 at leader. I don't really care at this point with that, and he decides to take it. He goes down to 3 life with that, and then I'm thinking I have 4 Dawn here. I've already played the 3. I'm at 9 Dawn, right? So I attacked for 5, actually. This is probably a mistake, to be honest. But I thought, he's going to KO one of these, so might as well. But this honestly gives him something for his Brandon to attack at. That was really stupid. So, really dumb. I could have just attacked with this Kuma. But I don't. I didn't lay down the brick. And I don't know why. Maybe I really wanted to protect this Moria or something. I have no idea. So, my opponent goes to his 10 Dawn turn again. I'm trying really hard not to have 6 cards in hand. I only have 5. So, he then swings 4k at my goddamn Doflamingo. And I'm like, dang, it's really strong. You know that? And I know he has a Sakazuki in hand. He's begging me to play down a Pacifista so he can Sakazuki it. But he does that. I let it go. And then he swings for 5k. 5k at probably my Kuma. Or my leader. Looks like probably my Kuma. I give him a 1k with the Jinbei. I go down to 4 cards in hand. And then he goes 9k at the Moria. And then I think, well, I might as well just call my Pacifista out now. I block that, play down the Pacifista. Call it a good one. Call it a GG. And then he plays down a Spandam. Spandam looks for a CP9. He grabs a 2k counter. Pretty good. His board's getting pretty full here. And again, he has a Sakazuki in hand. That's all I can think about. So, my opponent so far has only used 3 Dawn. He still has 7 Dawn left. 7. And, I mean, he could play down a Kaku. Kaku is super good. I find it frustrating. I forget that that's a 3 cost. And he wants to get rid of that. But he can really get rid of anything. Because, you know, he has Isho. So he gets rid of the Pacifista. Just, honestly, good curve out here. Isho is very good for him, regardless, with all these options. And I kind of just wish I had a big card. But regardless, Sakazuki can actually still get rid of Mihawk with that Isho. So, he just played that pretty well. He swung 5k, probably at either my Kuma or my life. I think here I just give him a 2k counter and I go from there. So I'm on the ropes here. I have no chance of killing his board. That's my thought process. And I need to go for game the next 2 turns. And I need to have enough cards to attack with. And I'm really overthinking because I definitely need one of his blockers gone if he plays down a blocker. And I don't have a 3,000 worlds, which is very unfortunate. So I go to this turn, and it looks like I think this one for a long time. I think I asked him to spread out his stuff. So I started swinging 5 at him. And again, he has 2 active Dawn. He's going to KO this. So I swing with 5 because I know he's going to KO it if it's not. So he gives me a 2K, which I'm like pretty happy with. And then I go 7 at leader. And I don't remember if I knew what the top card of the deck was at this point. I pay 1. It was Gecko Moria. And I grab a 2K counter because I had nothing else to grab. And I have 6 Dawn left after all this. So my opponent probably should use his 2 Dawn to counter out here. He decides to take it. He goes down to 2 life, and his hand's pretty healthy here. And then I go up to 8. Actually, I go to 9. I go 9 as leader. And I have 3 up. 3 up. So he thinks here for a moment. Obviously, it'd be really nice for him to do something with this, but doesn't. So he thinks here he plays down this card and gives me a 1K, a Bluno, and he has like 4 cards in hand. And I decide to end to swing 6. I overthink this one. I don't need the extra Dawn, but do I swing with it or do I not swing with it? I'm thinking if I play another card. I think here for a long time, what can you do? Can you go for lethal next turn? You know what I do? I don't have a Love Mellow, right? So I can't really even bluff it. You know, so I swing 6, the leader. And I just want to put him in a mode where he has to either go for game here, or he has to try to survive, and I hopefully sack out with one of these lives. So I pay 2. I play down an Alvita. I mean, I just need a card that's standing. Okay? That's basically my goal. He can still get rid of it. So I'm honestly on a big back foot here. Very limited hand. Honestly, not much counter to go for here. And he plays this out pretty well. Pretty dang well. And I'll kind of walk you down through his thought process. And so first he swings 5K at the Kuma, wanting to kill the Kuma. And obviously I have Pacifist in hand. I'm okay with him killing the Kuma, and I'd love to make a Pacifista happen, so he has to deal with it with Sakazuki. So it dies. I play down Pacifista. I only have 2 cards in hand now, which are probably both non-counters. Maybe one of them is a counter. So now I'm in a really tough spot. But again, he could still Sakazuki me, kill this, and kill my board. I think he might still live, but I'm trying to put him in a really bad spot with 1 life. So he actually goes 6K first. I believe 6K, and now he switches to... he switches to the Moria. I should have let this go. This is actually my fault at this point. But can we talk about this after the game? He was pretty much like set. He had a lot of ways to win this game. And he's going to be able to restand this Rob Lucci by killing any of my cards. So that's the idea. I have 1 card in hand. Be honest, no counter. That's not a counter, right? And he's gonna poke me here. So he swings 5 at my leader. He's gonna poke me. I'm gonna take it. So that kind of tells him that maybe I don't have a counter. So he swings 4. He swings 4 at the Doflamingo, killing Doflamingo, and he pitches 2 cards to restand his leader. And then he swings 7. I take this one. And then he swings Big Ass. 9. Take this one. And then he swings 10. And he gets it. I couldn't draw like butt to get me there. But we mathed it out after. He pretty much had the math either way. If I was to go offensive, defensive, I guarded this, guarded that. He played it right, essentially. But congrats to Ollie Nolly. I'm now 4-1. And fortunately, next round, I get to face my best friend, where, honestly, why do I have to lose this game and face a harder opponent? This doesn't make sense, but I really appreciate all you watching this video. I will see you all in the next one. Ciao.